All right, it's time. Down here in the bottom left, representing TeamLiquid.net, we have
JinRo.
There he is now, looking like a badass. Over here in the upper right, a legend from the Warcraft 3 scene. His micro is impeccable.
Foxmoon.
You know, Warcraft 3, they actually called this guy the fifth race.
That's right.
Because he was so good, it didn't actually make any sense.
Yeah, no one can actually play Night Elf like him, so they're like, well, this isn't exactly Night Elf because you have to play different against Moon. Really an astounding player. But the star of this series so far, Tasteless, is the mighty JinRo from Team Liquid.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, he is improving leaps and bounds. It's quite awesome to see, especially since this guy has been such a staple in the community for a very long time in StarCraft 1. Never really had a lot of fame in that game, but he decided, you know what, I'm going to take a shot at it in StarCraft 2. And it took a while, but he is up at top now, man.
Yeah.
He is right
he's
looking
there.
Like he has a good shot at hitting the top 16.
Certainly does. And of course, we have another big non-Korean match right after this with EG Hydra. His drones are being moved over here. Hatchery first. I doubt we'll see anything remotely close to what we saw JinRo do in the previous game.
Oh, no. That was specifically to use the terrain on Scrap Station, which is very thin. This is a much more open map. You can't play anywhere near the same on this map. Of course, you can do things like siege expands and whatnot. That overall is a solid strategy, but we won't see just like a wall-in expansion off one unit type of thing.
Now we have a drone moving through here, scouting his opponent. And I got to say, it's definitely going to be a different game from here on out. Unlike our first game. Our first game was actually quite interesting. I know Artosis and me couldn't stop talking about the mistake from Moon, but it was really important to kind of hammer that issue in because a lot of people don't understand how to play against Turtling Terrans. That can be pretty tough.
Oh, it is. It's a tough thing to learn.
You have to understand that you got to be so patient.
Yeah, very much so. Interesting play by JinRo right now. He does have that factory at his wall-in, but no second gas yet.
This is pretty smart of him to put the Marines on the outside just because that way the drone can't get up the ramp to see the factory.
Well, it'll see the factory, just won't be able to get into the base.
Right.
Well, we do... the thing is, he's not getting another gas. He has no add-ons for the factory or the barracks right now. So I think we're going to see the Marine Hellion pressure attack. This is something that TLO did a lot during the beta. Tarson has used it like non-stop since the beginning of time in this game. It's actually quite a nice little timing here. You move out with these Marines, and between the Marine Micro and the Hellion splash damage, does a really good job. So we see right now, Moon going to see this as coming with his Overlord, I believe. No, he may have just barely missed that with the Overlord in the center, because his Zerglings are all going in the wrong direction.
So far, Moon just droning up. Meanwhile, Marines coming close, trying to force him to make some Zerglings. As you can see, there's 8 on the way. Now, you got to be careful when there's a Hellion out like this, because if those Lings get in alignment, they usually do when they're retreating.
And he's going to kill this Overlord Tasteless. This is actually so huge.
Oh, nice. Moon, almost called him Maroon, is now supply blocked temporarily.
This is a bad situation to be in. Right now, JinRo has so much... picking off extra Zerglings. JinRo is actually... He's in a very good position right now, Tasteless.
Oh, JinRo, if he does this right, could take out so many units.
It's not a death blow, but it certainly is going to get him very far ahead.
Oh, yeah.
That Hellion right now, 8 kills. That is a hero, right?
Yeah, it's about to make it to 10 if it kills this Ling.
Right now, Moon is like, how did you get a Blade Master? It's not. It's just a Hellion Moon. 10 kills on that Hellion. He has forced Moon into making a lot of Zerglings. And as long as JinRo just tightens up that wall, as he is doing, it looks like he's going to be pretty safe right now and in a comfortable little lead. Not a big lead, just a little lead. You know, those Zerglings being quite useless right now.
Barracks now with a lot of reactors here. Meanwhile, he's getting a Banshee She's going to go for Marine Banshee right after that.
Yeah, you know, that single Banshee is actually quite awesome. You put the fear of the Banshee in your opponent. You have to play different with a Banshee out there, Tasteless. You can't just go send a drone off to make an expansion.
No, not at all.
You have to have some sort of anti-air go over there and stop the Banshee.
It's interesting to see JinRo's builds here because he's just so
His
unique
builds are
and
awesome.
solid. Yeah,
They really, truly are.
it really does differ from the Korean style of play.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of all-in Terrans lately in this matchup, but JinRo really showing us just solid play. None of these things are even close to all-in. He's just doing, you know, little harassments that are quite nice and well executed, and it's just all working out very well for him.
Uh-oh, spotting the Banelings as they're morphing in here.
Nothing's going right for Moon right now, Tasteless. JinRo's build just has everything covered. It's not being caught off guard at all. Now, Moon is trying to go for some high economy aggression. He does have, he does have the layer up, and he does have a lot of speedlings right now. Wants to do some sort of Baneling attack.
I don't know if doing a Baneling attack would be the best idea right now.
Yeah, normally you do the high economy aggression.
I would play, defensively in this case.
Yeah. Well, I would take another base most likely.
Yeah, yeah.
Normally, against a teching expansion, you don't do the Baneling harassment because there can be siege tanks out with siege mode, and that just giggles all over it, Tasteless. Just stomps it into the ground.
Giggles all over it, indeed.
And so, I mean, JinRo is so infinitely safe against this right now. As long as he sees it coming at all, he can just move his SCVs because Banelings without speed aren't very fast, and be completely fine. So I just feel like it's kind of the wrong situation for Moon to be doing something like that.
As you can see, dropping mules right now. Moon back here.
Is making that Spire.
Yep, getting that Spire up. Now we have the Banshee on the way out here. Not doing that much damage, but I gotta say, just having one Banshee like this on the map can actually interfere with the Zerg so much. He has to rely on Overlords to keep map control, keep intel. In fact, I wonder if a way to even improve this build would be to get one Viking after the Banshee and just bully Overlords around off the map.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea there, Tasteless. I mean, the Banshee's just so nice. Before the mutas get out, you fly around, you clean up the watchtowers and stuff, and it keeps Zerg so much in the dark, like you were saying. Now, we do see over here this Marine is attacking, and the Banshee looks like it's coming as well. But there are Mutalisks being made for Moon, as well as Baneling speed. Very solid opening.
Moon has to get this expansion up right now. Terran is in really good shape from that attack early on.
Yeah, I think he's going to have no problem. These Mutas are just going to come right down here as soon as they're out, which is going to be very soon. And there they go. So, Banshee's done a very good job. In fact, weakening up the hatchery a little bit. Maybe he'll be able to kill it later with its reduced health. And will Moon kill the Banshee? Yeah. Bye, Banshee.
Uh-oh. Is he going to get it? Oh, no.
Now, what will JinRo decide to do? If he just attacks right now, he might be in a lot of trouble because Baneling's speed is done for Moon. He's got a good amount of mutas, a good amount of Zerglings. But, you know, JinRo so far has made really great decisions. I think that we are going to see him push at a correct timing where he's going to have, you know, enough siege tanks there to cover.
Oh, hold that thought. He's actually... Oh, I thought he was going to do it once again, just fly in there. You can see the mutas are just trying to see if there's a hole here anywhere he can do some harassment. JinRo looks pretty tight, though. Go ahead, Artosis.
I do want to point out why I'm falling in love with JinRo's Terran. Look at that command center. We've seen so many Terrans just sit on 2 base for so long, but JinRo is instantly making that 3rd command center, and that's going to allow him, like we saw last game, to just have insane later game macro, because that's where Zergs are winning games right now, is the Terran just sits on 2 base too long, and the Zerg is like, well, even if you take it now, I have too much. So JinRo is staying right up on time, taking his bases, expanding, playing macro games as Terran. It's a beautiful sight to behold after seeing so many Terran all-ins lately.
Yeah, we know what it is that he's playing it more properly. I mean, he's basically not investing on just winning off of a 2-base timing attack. He's just going to play it safe.
He's actually not afraid of any part of the game, Tasteless, playing the entire thing.
Oh, here we go. Here comes an attack.
And not sure how much those Zerglings will do.
Nice save there with the medevac and the Thor picking that up. The mutas are inside the base, attacking the turret.
Thor's going to be up there in a second, though. And there he is, chasing them away. Saves that tank in the medevac. Nice move.
He did at least delay the destructible rocks from being destroyed, so the gold base doesn't get up and running as quickly. Moon playing this overall a lot better than our previous game, thus far at least.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, look at this nice line. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was pretty slick. Not going to get surrounded by Zerglings as easily.
Yeah, it helped that the rocks were there to split them out. And look at this, a nice little attack here, taking out that Thor Tasteless.
Very nice. Meanwhile, the Lynx pouring in here.
Yeah, Marines that rally out, though, chasing those mutas away very quickly. So the mutas took actually a lot of damage to kill only a Thor. And JinRo is looking really good. You know, Moon is setting up his 4th base over on the side, but JinRo has that gold base. And let's take a look at these supplies. 149 against 144 with JinRo in the lead with the 3rd base already out. Yes, indeed, Tasteless. Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
I know you're as shocked as me, but this is some really great Terran play.
No, this is very, very nice. Oh, you should have stuck with the group Marine. Oh my God, the luckiest Marine in the world. Settle down, JinRo. Microing that one Marine.
I know, like
just go back to your group. Well, that Marine would have had quite a story, Artosis.
Yeah.
Nobody
I was completely surrounded. They're like, no, you weren't.
And then I started mad dogging the Zerglings, and they just turned around. He's sieging up, pushing out now. I believe JinRo wants to approach this expansion over here.
Yeah, it looks like he is getting ready to push in there.
He's handling this just like a good Terran player would in StarCraft 1. Line up the siege tanks over here so that he can do a lot of splash damage. Meanwhile, taking the mobile part of his army, stimulating and attacking up in the direction where the expansion is.
And just this little Marine force going to battle those mutas. Here come the Banelings and his Marines in the back. Going to be careful about that. But now he knows where the army is. He's got enough that he's not going to die to it right this second. And he may just go ahead and reinforce that push because the supplies are going more in his favor. 144 to 155 now in JinRo's favor. But Moon, he isn't going to be completely outclassed, Tasteless. No way, no how. He's taking that 5th base. So he is abusing the fact that JinRo's moving about a little bit slowly. Very nice play by Moon.
Well, JinRo's going to have to attack somewhere and take something out. Otherwise, Moon's going to get too big. You can't be passive in this situation. You can't do what JinRo did in the previous game, do the architecture of the map. Looks like we got an attack over here. Whoa, nice wall in over here as well. JinRo is basically very prepared this game around. Looks like there is a small hole, so he will be able to leak through. More forces coming down here to try to catch him.
Really nice play here with these Banelings. Going to clear out a lot of Marines so the mutas can do a little bit more damage, but there's a lot of turrets. More Marines popping out, but he's going to catch a few medevacs.
Meanwhile, an attack over here.
Oh, very nice. And look at that move by Moon, getting burrowing those drones so that they're not going to be so easy to kill. If you want to kill these drones, use a scan.
As you can see, both these guys taking pretty heavy blows. If he can get the small force over here and stim and attack this expansion, catching Moon off guard, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Moon, meanwhile, taking the gold base.
We do have right now +2 attack on the siege tanks, which is just awesome, and also +2 on the Marines.
Uh-oh.
So JinRo upgrading amazingly as well. Banelings on the way if he can get near that orbital, that planetary. Well,
he could not. Terran expanding once again down here.
And look at that, getting that 4th base up right now. Moon, he does have 4 bases, but one is really not mining. And the Marines going after these Banes. He's going to want to split up a little bit. Pretty good split there by JinRo, I have to say, and forcing the Mutalisks out. But Moon, he's playing a very good game, Tasteless. He's really reducing the Marine numbers of JinRo.
Yeah, he is doing a nice job. This is pretty tough to pull off against a Terran, but Moon is showing us, he's got good micro. He's able to get in and out of there. But it looks like JinRo is ready to just go ahead and attack now. Looks like the push has been triggered.
Yeah, he's got a lot of siege tanks to cover those Marines.
He has a really nice spread there with the siege tanks. By the way, Lings and Banelings moving down here for a counterattack.
And if he does hit that counterattack, Thing is, JinRo is going to take out 2 hatcheries.
Yeah,
so he may want to just cancel that morph. Definitely may want to do that. Yeah, well, it dies. That's okay, though, because right now, Tasteless, we do have all the drones dying at this base.
Oh, wow.
And the gold hatchery looks like it's going to go down as well.
Another counterattack over here at the planetary. But Moon smartly backs up. There's no way he can win that. Right now, JinRo's looking pretty damn good.
Yeah, he is attacking everywhere at once, Tasteless.
Wow.
And that's the problem. You don't want to base trade with the Terran that does have those 3 bases up really strongly.
Yeah.
He is just taking out so many Zerg bases from Moon right now. And the supplies, they are very close. But as these hatcheries die, Moon is going to be noticeably behind. But look at how many mutas he has. They are 1-1. Oh, wow. It really gets scary when you see a Zerg with this many mutas, Tasteless.
Yeah, when a Zerg gets this many mutas, you can engage in so many different locations and usually win that battle. Meanwhile, we have more Marine stimming coming over here.
Oh, taking out drones as well.
I think Moon, just because he's been hit everywhere at once, I don't know if he can actually recover from this. I think it might actually be impossible.
You know, it's going to be completely based off the mutas. If he does, now he's going after some siege tanks, killing a lot of Marines, but the Marines are so much cheaper than the mutas, and he is going to lose those mutas if he keeps going.
Wow. JinRo representing here, taking out the most accomplished Warcraft 3 player of all time.
Doing a great job against him. Moon, he is desperate to get some more bases mining, Tasteless.
Yeah, he lost the gold. He's trying to remake this. He's trying to remake this. He's literally just basically on 2 bases. This one's only just now started to be up and running. Meanwhile, on Expo down here.
Yeah, he floated his main command center down there. And we do have some Baneling landmines going up.
And yeah, right up here.
Yep, so he's got some good landmines out there. It's pretty good for the late game, but JinRo right now has so many siege tanks. That's going to be scary.
Yeah, siege tanks basically counter Banelings. They can tank the damage, and their splash damage, of course, also does so much. But will he end up putting JinRo, his army, over the Banelings?
Hard to say. If he uses a single scan in that area, it's going to be hard for Moon to do anything here.
He might actually end up using a scan just to spot this. Meanwhile, small force of Marines coming over here, but stopped by Moon's Lings.
And it looks like he's going to take out yet another Moon base. Moon does have that top left expansion, though.
By the way, guys, send in questions for the whoever you think is going to win this series. In this case, looks like it's going to be JinRo, because we're going to have an interview with him. Artosis, the best interviewer for StarCraft in the world. The Larry King Live of StarCraft.
There you go.
There you go.
We see now the supplies really going in JinRo's favor, 169 to 126. I'm really just so astounded by the level of JinRo's play here. This guy is working hard, and it is paying off. Moon really in a hard spot.
Uh-oh, a drop over here from JinRo going towards Moon's main. That's going to force the Mutalists to relocate. Meanwhile, another push over here from the bottom. Moon takes out that drop, but can he take out this push?
It's hard to say, man. The Banelings aren't going to be very good against that many siege tanks. And with a Thor in there with +2 attack, in fact, 2 Thors and a bunch of Marines, oh man. If JinRo just sieges up, this is not going to be an army that Moon can even encounter. He's going to have to run around like we see him doing now.
Moon goes for another counterattack, but JinRo's all over it. He already lifts up and moves the orbital away.
And we do see that Moon is going to lose his expansions again.
And he's going to take out this hatchery over here.
But Moon, in the meantime, he's down here with a lot of Banelings. And it looks like he wants to go up and hit some of these Marines. But with so much mech up there as well. And look at this, mutas. This is actually becoming a very close game because Moon is just all over the place. Oh, wrong place.
This is that.
Ooh, that's
too bad. That could have done a lot of damage.
Yeah, if he had gotten the Marines in there, could have probably won the game just with the mutas.
Moon is almost starved to death. He literally only has about 250 minerals to mine from within his bases. I guess if you add these 2 patches in.
But if you look at the Terran as well, he only has a couple thousand left with the gold. So, I mean, yeah, right now JinRo is well ahead, but Moon is doing a good job with these mutas, really abusing the mobility of Terran.
We have a command center about to land over here, and there's almost no way Moon can recover. Moon is basically been forced to long-distance mine.
Yeah, basically right now, if JinRo just sits tight, gets another base down, defends it, and then goes out again,
yeah,
no amount of Moon's maneuvering should be able to get him out of this situation.
Yeah, this is not a situation Zerg can just finesse his way through.
Yeah.
Moon is like a few moves from checkmate right now.
Yeah, he has about half the supply of his opponent, and JinRo's just looking good. His unit composition completely counters what Moon does have.
Yeah. So Moon going to go around here, see if he can't do some harassment. I'm not sure if Moon's actually not even where this location is actually occupied right now.
I think he's going to pretty much assume it, but here we go, Tasteless. These Mutalisks going to fly in here, see what they can do. Going to go after that Thor right there. Good job taking out that Thor very quickly. But more Marines come, he's going to have to run. And he's got to go do more stuff like that, but in overtime, Tasteless. He's got to be doing it non-stop, or JinRo is just going to be maxed, have that base up and be like, okay, it's time to push. But that's basically what's already happened.
Yeah, the time has come for the second push. JinRo's at 190. He's basically maxed.
Man.
He's scanning.
Scanning for Baneling bombs.
Ouch. It's going to be very tough.
JinRo actually doesn't have a lot of Marines with this attack, Tasteless.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If Moon could somehow kill all those, he can't quite with his Mutalisk count, but if he could somehow get rid of those Marines and then eliminate the siege tanks, then a comeback would be definitely possible.
You know what he could do is try to force a stim by flying by them.
Yeah.
Try to run down the medevac
Do that a couple
energy.
times and
but now he has 2 Thors.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind, Moon.
Can't really force stims when Thors are around. Their range is just too great.
You could see JinRo just occupy this area for a little bit to make sure he wouldn't take the gold expansion. Now that he's regrouped, looks like he's going to go once again towards this expansion. Moon evacuates the drones.
Yeah, Moon losing yet another base.
Uh-oh. Moon seeing if he can't come in here. I think Moon might tap out pretty soon.
Yeah, he's going to have to do some sort of engagement pretty quickly here. He's spent a lot of Banelings, try to do Baneling landmines. They haven't been working out all that well. He just keeps making Mutalisks, realizing, okay, this is the only thing I really have with upgrades. This is the only thing keeping me alive right now. And we'll have to see. Here he goes, attacking into a few Marines. Well, and the other Marine's quite far behind, taking out some siege tanks.
Muta's actually going to be in the wrong place, though, because JinRo stims, and as you can see here, is going to take out this hatchery. The Mutalisks desperately flying back to try to save it. Will they get there in time?
Nope.
No.
And he did not cancel. That has to be painful when you're long-distance mining. Excuse me. Well, right now, JinRo just crossing his T's and dotting his I's, making sure that he does not lose.
Yeah.
That's all he has to do at this point to win.
I think Moon at this point knows he's basically dead.
Yeah.
Moon, if you look at his income, I mean, literally 0 minerals, 0 gas, and it's so low, it's actually almost laughable. Moon is dead. There's basically no way he can really recover at this point in time. He's going to move his big blob of Terran units.
You know, JinRo, he is in a little bit sloppy. As he's so close to victory, losing a lot of units there, but again, the main ball of his units are not going to be defeated. Look at that income, Tasteless. 60 against 560. Ooh.
That's
like
pretty
10
brutal.
times more, man. The Mutas have been worth their weight in gold.
Well, these Mutas have done so much. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. That's not a demon hunter.
Yeah, I wish he'd long-distance mine, by the way, from the gold bases.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like,
not as if that wouldn't have made a difference this game,
but it makes more sense to mine from the gold base to get more money.
And it's much closer.
Yeah.
JinRo taking another position. More Baneling bombs all over the place.
Part of me feels like JinRo could actually just go in there and kill him, but I guess playing it safe is not the bad decision.
You gotta play safe.
In a moment like this.
If you lose from this situation, you're gonna kick yourself, Tasteless. So
yeah, everybody's done that too. Everybody's played StarCraft has been in that position where they could have won, but they weren't patient.
Mm-hmm. Happens all the time, in fact.
All right. Well, the only
me 3 times a day, Tasteless.
Oh, that's the worst feeling. I'm sorry to hear that, Artosis.
That's why I'm in such a bad mood.
The gold base is mined out, so there's not too much of a point in Moon harassing that.
Moon trying to pick off what he can. I like the Raven by JinRo.
Yeah,
he does have about 5k gas. So you may as well buy that Raven to remove creep tumors, remove Baneling bombs, Baneling landmines.
Moon is taking some heavy hits here.
Yep.
Meanwhile, another attack over here. JinRo so good at these multi-pronged attacks.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, guys, it was quite a game. I didn't expect Moon to stay in the game for this long.
He's done a great job, but JinRo has outplayed GG. We made Fox's Moon.
Wow.
The Legend of Warcraft 3 has been completely owned by JinRo.
Yeah. That was unbelievable. JinRo deserves that win. Hands down, he was a better StarCraft 2 player than Moon back there. Moon's decision-making in Game 1, strategically not there. Game 2, JinRo was just playing so much better. Today is a soju day.
There you go.
That's right.
JinRo. It's a brand of soju.
That's it. Yeah, I was about to say.
He's actually been studying the Korean language and culture for quite some time, so he knows that. Named himself after a Korean soju company.
If you name yourself after soju, then you understand Korean culture because Artosis and I have had many a bottle of soju down here in Korea, and JinRo is a good brand. So we're going to wrap it up here in a minute.
Yeah.
I have to say, that was a long game, but JinRo, from start to finish in both games, looked better than Moon.
He outplayed Moon.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. JinRo was better prepared here. He played superbly. Let's remember that there are still a few Warcraft 3 tournaments out there that Moon's playing in.
Right.
So we're not seeing Moon at quite the full strength that I think he's capable of.
I think so.
But today, JinRo was the better player, and our first non-Korean onto the round of 16 this season. Our third one ever, with only Loner and Hydra last season making the round of 16.
Yeah.
So pretty exciting there, Tasteless. Hopefully another one will get through next round, but we will see.
I'm really happy for JinRo.
I
am
too, man.
proud of him, man. It's so
the
awesome.
MLG national champion.
It just changed him. He transformed from being, I thought
gained a lot of confidence at that tournament, and he is playing like a top Terran in the world. No question that was some of the best Terran play that we've seen, especially in Terran vs. Zerg. Nothing gimmicky about it. Was prepared for every stage of the game, early game, mid game, late game. He was always doing stuff. Nothing stupid, nothing blind. Just really solid, great play by JinRo.
Yeah.
Everyone can learn something.
I was really impressed. Guys, we'll be right back. I'll see you soon. Enjoy the interview.